What's going on, everybody? I am here with my co-host Dave Bergio for Financial Fitness Friday. Dave, how's it going?
Jonathan, great. How are you, buddy?
Doing well. So one of the things I want to go over, we always talk about budgeting and all that stuff, but let's talk about really what it should look like the next 6 to 24 months. Right? Nobody likes to reduce expenses, and a lot of times when you try to reduce expenses, you can impact growth on a personal level, on a business level. It's just facts. So let's talk about how to do it while fueling growth, because I think that's super important. All right. I always start with going through the last 3 months or 6 months of expenses. So what that means, if you own a business, go through your business bank account, go through all your cards. If you are doing this personally, go through your last 3 months of expenses or 6 months of expenses on all your cards and everything. Then what you want to do, pick and choose, like what's propelling you forward, all right, and what isn't. And so let's say you're somebody that likes to go and grab dinner 3 nights a week just because you don't want to cook, right? Or you're someone that's ordering lunch and getting Starbucks every single day. What I would suggest is not taking the money that you were spending, that was that discretionary income, on the business, on yourself. If you own a business, what do? You can put it into ads. You can put it into bringing on a new person, a new team member. All right. You can put it into, let's say, client retention, okay, or client experience. Right. There's a lot of ways that you can move that money around. Where, hey, if you were spending it, right, but you really don't need it, then you can allocate it to things that are going to push your company and push yourself forward. Think about it like this. If you're ordering lunch once a week, every day throughout the week, right? That adds up to, for me anyway, maybe it's just me, but that would easily add up to $100, right? I haven't been able to go to dinner with my wife and spend less than $200. And then if the kids are there, it's probably going to be 250, 300 by the time you're all said and done. So if you're doing that twice a week, you just found $700 for growth, right? And I'm not telling you to starve yourself, right? You could meal prep, and meal prep is probably going to be healthier. Okay, so you're putting better fuel in your body, and now you're using that money to grow. Now, if you don't own a business and you're doing this personally, what can you do? Well, you can invest, throw it into the stock market, throw it into your savings, pay down any of your credit cards or any of the high debt, right? And what I'm trying to get you to do, and what we're trying to get you to do, is see this and operate in this framework, especially in tough times, because all you're going to be doing is accelerating your growth, accelerating your wealth building, pushing your company forward, and you're training yourself on how not to spend frivolously. Dave, what do you got for us?
Yeah, man. Again, besides looking for those things, create some other things. From a credit perspective, right? A lot of people, even still to this day, it blows my mind. But then it doesn't, because of the credit problem in the world. I heard that nice pop. Must be that good stuff.
This isn't an ad for,
no, it's not.
First Form energy drinks, but I do have this delicious citrus blast.
I thought we were on Real AF first. That was the perfect pop.
That was a good one, right?
That was great. Oh my god, hey, that threw me off for it. I was like, what?
Yeah, dude, I gotta tell you something. I've done it on a lot of Zoom meetings, like really important meetings. And I'm like, I really hope they don't think I'm cracking a beer, because you really can't tell, like, holding it like this. So what are you gonna do?
It's like he's getting an early start on a Friday, 10:30 in the morning, man. He must have had a rough week.
Dude, fun fact, I haven't had a sip of alcohol in 23.
Good for you, man. Good
for
Not
you. One.
Nice. I did once, and that was it. Once.
All right,
so back on the subject here, but seeing how bad credit is to begin with, you kind of understand it a little bit, or see it from their lens. It's one thing when you don't see it from their perspective anymore because you're not there, but a lot of people still use their debit card all the time. And it's like, look, like get some cash in your pocket, get something, right? Like get some discipline, use a credit card, get some cash back. If you are putting all of your expenses, my household, almost everything I have is on a credit card in some manner because I get something in return. I get thousands of untold points a year just from that. And it's our normal buying habits, right? So if you want to gain something back, if you're reducing your expenses, take the expenses that you have to pay, put them on a card, electric bill, car insurance, re- car registration, right? My
Yep.
wife just renewed her license, put that on a credit card, right? So I know there's that crazy book out there because it's kind of like, how much fat can you trim before it's enough? What's that, The Millionaire Next Door or something like that?
Might be.
It's like you're like, hey, cut that $2 cup of coffee, but it does add up. You know what I mean? But Jonathan's right. I mean, you can't hit that any harder. Take a look at your expenses. A great time to do that is tax season too. When you're looking at that again, especially if you're a business owner, because again, I'm not an accountant, but if you're looking to reduce some home office expenses or things like that, take a look at your expenses in your house. See how, again, ask the accountant, like, what can you deduct from that? It's always a big thing that also gets overlooked. Even if you don't own a business and you have a 1099 position, look into that stuff too. It's huge, man.
Yeah. And I think most of what we're trying to teach you is how to develop those habits, because those habits will lead to long-term success, right? And it's easier to operate and be in a place of abundance when you feel yourself getting there. All right. And I think the challenges that our country has and the challenges that most people have stem from not operating everything the right way, right? Not operating personally and financially the right way. We have developed a culture here when it comes to money as one, don't talk about it, which is obviously not the case because people aren't going to learn good habits, right? And two, we just want to outspend everybody. Our government does it, unfortunately, and we do it. And the bottom line is, if you can develop financial discipline, you'll get a lot further. You'll be a lot less stressed in tougher times like it is now. The guys that have been disciplined get to take advantage of more of that opportunity. That's the bottom line. That's what we're pushing for. That's what you should be striving for every single day. Okay. And it starts with the little habits, the little changes that you can make, the little tweaks. So I hope this really helped you guys. All we ask is that if you got something out of this, and I'm sure you did, please tag somebody in it, share it with someone that needs to hear it. We appreciate you guys showing up every week. We're going to continue to. All right, Dave, thank you. Appreciate having your perspective. And we'll see you guys on Mindset Monday.